didn't make that much difference, but she chose to only do 1 lap changes because she felt it was quicker for her riding on the race line rather than through the pit on the second pit.
Let's take you through some highlights. So Zoe Backstedt up there with Marion Norbert Riberola. Riberola getting the whole shot through that first corner. Ceylin Alvarado, we saw, just got kicked over to the right there on the opening lap. But Inge van der Heide here led out well. Had a good start. Amandine Fuquene in the red there from Arkea B&B. Also got a great start. Just an off day, unusual off day. Very rare off day today for Alvarado.
Yes, definitely an off day. And not sure why, but maybe we'll find out later. But van der Heide went to the front, and as she said in her interview, she wanted to maintain the tempo. She wanted to set the pace and see what could happen. But Backstedt was able to come around. Bakker was able to come around. They all kind of switched a lot at the front of the race.
Zoe said that in her interview, didn't she? That she was just all the time, they were just coming over the top of each other constantly. Ceylin was holding fourth for a lot of the race. And then we just saw her getting caught by Marion Norbert Riberola and then just dropping back. We didn't get any... we'll give some news if we get it. But
we saw Backstedt there going into a long, deeper line, and that meant that she lost the place at the front of the race. Oh, she pulled out.
Oh, there we have it.
So Alvarado actually pulled out in the middle of the race. We didn't see that on the television, but now we're just seeing that in the highlights. And this is the section where Zoe attacked. They come out of the mud, they got onto the road, and she just attacked. And they weren't expecting it. Bakker was looking at her pedals, and van der Heide said she couldn't stay with her even if she had been able to get on her wheel. So, and she was able to just get that gap bigger and bigger in the final lap.
Comes in, it's great. I mean, starting the year January with a victory like that, and an impressive win like that as well.
Yeah, absolutely, in her favourite race conditions. And Bakker was able to drop van der Heide, even though they were really too close together until that final last quarter of a lap, and she took second spot with Inge van der Heide, rounding out the podium in third.
So Backstedt, the question was whether this was a track for you. Well, it obviously was.
Apparently so. I really enjoyed that, I have to say. That was probably one of the most fun races I've done this year.
Tell me, why was it so fun out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm head to toe in mud, and that is just what I love. And yeah, I was at the front of the bike race, and yeah, we were just battling it out. Every straight, there was someone different at the front, and then I decided to attack with 2 laps to go and just see how far I could make it.
Why did you decide in that moment to attack?
Yeah, I mean, Manon was looking down at her pedals, and I was already clipped in, and I thought, you know what, she's not watching what's going on, so I just went for it and looked back at the end of the straight, and I had a little gap, and then it was just trying to not make mistakes after that, and yeah, it worked out.
You saw the difference right away. Also, when you looked at the speed, when you decided to attack, you could maintain a higher speed than the two others.
Yeah, I don't really know. I was in front of them, but yeah, my legs felt good, which was pretty cool. So yeah, happy.
You also changed bikes every time you went through the post. Was that a strategy from the beginning?
Yes and no. That was just me making the decision there and then, because it's so muddy out on the course that you can do half a lap and your bike is already having a go at you because it's got too much mud on it, or you can do a lap and it's okay. But I just thought, it's just as slow to go through the racing line and the pit lane, so I may as well get a clean bike every time and just, yeah, make the most of having that clean bike for as long as possible.
Did you also notice that it did have an impact every time?
Yeah, I mean, I was running with it for a little bit more than like after the pit lane, so it stayed a little bit lighter when I was running, and the others were running anyway for the second half, so yeah, it just made it easier with a lighter bike.
You had to make sure your father had some work to do too.
Oh, absolutely, and my mother was in the pits as well, so they've both had their work cut out today.
Congratulations, Zoe.
Manon Bakker and Zoe Backstedt.
We always say best trophies, best prizes.
Yeah.
In Belgium.
Hexia Cross Gullegem.
The best prizes you get are in the World Cross, which is again an individual cross, and you actually we got coffee machines one year.